Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we will read a story about a woman and her brother who have a terrible mother, and she helped him run away from his wedding after they found out his bride invited their mother. Disclaimer: the poster is not from the US and English is not her first language. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I highly recommend watching it on our channel first to fully understand the story and its progression. Let's get started. First, more clarifications. If you want to PM, it's fine, even if it is to insult us. Please know I will only answer in public form. Joe wasn't parentified. To the person who wrote me a mean essay about it, here is the answer. My brother spent time with me because they wanted to. We had special days together or with each other. They did all the activities they wanted, had many friends, went on trips with me or alone, etc. There were nannies, family, my dad. They were never forced to take me with them against their will. They had a lot of freedom within reason. My parents divorced when I was 3, and even if there was shared custody, we stayed 90% with Dad, and we never went to visit our mother unless we were in at least pairs. The only times Joe or Sam visited her after turning 18 was when I was requested to visit because they didn't want me to go alone. We have all been in therapy for a very long time. We are just having special sessions because we saw our mother, but Joe is the only one that interacted with her. Also, please know we, Sam and I, know how to defend ourselves and didn't ask Joe to confront her. He did it by himself. Why didn't my dad go to the church with Joe? Because he was asked by Sam to go home. We didn't think he needed to see the woman, even if he had to talk to her after Sam has cried. He is not a monster. He is heartbroken. He thought he would spend the rest of his life with Daniela. Thought he was a good judge of character. Thought he didn't have to see our mother ever again. There are many emotions going on, but because of our upbringing, we are very good at keeping our emotions in check in front of people we don't trust or like. It was a survival skill we developed to deal with how we were treated. Joe had a relationship with Grandma, but stopped talking to her after she invited Mum as her +1. There was no religious ceremony, the venue had security, and there was a no-entry list. He sent Grandma a letter and didn't talk to her again. We also didn't attend her funeral. The wedding was about 250 guests. When making the wedding list and seating chart, she used other names, which is how we didn't know about it. Daniela is not Brazilian. My dad requested that I inform you all that his kids are not alcoholics. He is worried about people thinking like that, even if this is anonymous, lol. Anyway, this week has been really chaotic. Those who said to be prepared for the pregnancy tactic were incredibly accurate. She posted it online. People were freaking out again and calling Sam, asking him if it was true. Sam called her and asked that she deleted it. She continued claiming she was pregnant. He asked her to delete it and to come talk about it. She deleted it, met up with Sam, and somehow this crazy woman thought he wanted her back. I went with Sam. She was very happy until she saw me enter the place. She started crying, holding her stomach, and when Sam asked her if she really was pregnant, she said yes and told him she didn't want her child to be from a broken family. Sam told her they were going to the doctor immediately to know for sure, and she cried even more, screaming he didn't trust her. Long story short, she isn't pregnant, but she posted that Sam was forcing her to have an abortion, and she was devastated. As you may imagine, this was a horrible thing to say. People were calling Sam because they are so whiplashed from the drama they don't know what to believe anymore. When my sister Anna found out about the posts in the meeting, she called Daniela. I am unsure what was said in that conversation, but I also never saw Anna this angry. The posts are down, but Anna wrote an email with all relevant information, including that Daniela was never pregnant, and sent it to everybody on the wedding list. This morning we heard Daniela had a breakdown after leaving voicemails telling Sam if she couldn't be with him, she wanted to die. This is another tactic straight out of our mother's playbook, and Sam simply called the police and told them what happened. Her family forced her into therapy, and she is in observation right now. It brings us no pleasure that it came to this, but we don't want to get involved anymore. We're also changing our numbers. We already requested it. Our mother emailed Anna, threatening to sue her for defamation regarding the email blast, but we are not worried about it either. Anna's parents are amazing, and they have made it perfectly clear they are on our side and 100% agree with the way she handled things. Joe was enraged, but Anna convinced him to let it go and simply move on. Mum's husband has been a peach as usual. Dad is considering a restraining order, but they are not great in our country. We did have a get-together at home yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. There was karaoke, dancing, nice food and drinks, games, and a bouncy house because why not? We love them. Most people avoided the topic of the wedding and the posts, but those who brought them up did so tactfully. Dad had already given away a lot of the alcohol to his employees. They got to choose what they wanted and got a bottle each. He is also adding bottles into his Christmas baskets this year. We are going to spend the holidays together and travelling. I told Sam about the new paint for the house, but he just doesn't want to live there. He will rent it. I made a joke about me simply eloping or not having a proper wedding to avoid drama, and Joe told me in no uncertain terms I get the biggest party ever if I choose to. So yeah, he is still the best. Thank you for your nice comments and messages. I'm not thanking the mean ones. The awards and the interest. Sorry to the nice Daniela out there, it wasn't for you. Holiday update. Thank you for all your interest. You are very nice, and it is always a blast logging in and updating you on our cult. First, some points due to popular demand. Yes, our native language is Spanish. Adoptions are final in our country, done by the government, and we rarely get situations like open adoptions. Joe and Anna had been waiting for a bit since they decided that is how they wanted to have kids together. I said Hamus, as in we have, like when they announced the Pope, LOL. We are now 35, 33, and 29. The baby was supposed to mean husband, but I love the huge bastard interpretation. It works both ways, honestly. Joe and I moved as we planned last year. The year has been pretty good. Just minor drama around Daniela can still go herself, though. Anyway, let's do the kind of bad news first. Daniela came back with a swing we were not expecting. She is pregnant and claims to whomever would listen that Sam is the dad. Sadly for her, it is literally impossible for him to be the father since he was not even in the country when the baby would have been conceived, but she had no way of knowing that. Sam has offered repeatedly to have a paternity test done, but she refuses. Sam is safe legally. He just feels bad for her baby. Daniela's dad did sue Sam for emotional distress of two of his daughters, Daniela and the one the boyfriend left, but nothing happened since it was dealt with. Surprise? Joe is a lawyer. It is relevant info for this catch-up, I promise. Sam decided not to do anything against him since he has too much on his plate and feels pity for the family. Mum still insisted on meeting the baby, but that will never happen. She dusted off one of her favourite tactics. She has cancer. She contacted Joe and Anna through their work emails and begged them to help out with meeting the baby since she is so sick and would most likely need a transplant of something, etc. You'll see this is like the 5th time she has claimed to have cancer, but in reality she has had cancer a total of 0 times. She loves the attention, the suffering, the drama, and all that good stuff bad people like to bring out of others. We never believed her, of course, but what we didn't expect was that she would make a fool of herself when she contacted Anna's mum on Facebook. Anna's mum is a lovely, good Catholic lady, so our mother must have assumed she would be easy to manipulate. She told her about her cancer and how heartbroken she was to not meet the baby. Anna's mum proceeded to ask a couple of questions about the diagnosis and treatment, which made no sense, as expected. Then she blocked her and posted the screenshots on her wall. It is like high school drama, only with older folks, and it has hilarious comebacks. The baby is otherwise very happy and very healthy, and the only controversy regarding her was the question of what Rita would be called. Not by Rita, but by our mother, who claimed Rita had no right to be called Grandma. Joe and Anna talked with Rita, and they all agreed that for all intents and purposes, she is Grandma Rita, and our mother can do nothing about it. Sam is doing well. He quit his job and started something on his own. He's still living at the family home, renting the other house and kind of seeing someone. She is nice, knows about all the stuff, makes amazing cakes, and knows how to knit. We like her, so we are both positive and cautious. They are taking it slow, but it is nice to see him with someone like this. He also kept on painting rooms with Dad, and the results are great. Please remember, I love these two. They are embarrassingly funny, ridiculous, and like something you do in kindergarten. Dad got COVID the first time, and he got so scared he decided to update his will. That's why Joe's profession is important. They wanted Sam and me to know about it when they finished it up. Everything he owns is divided into 4. His kids in one quarter and any grandchildren in the other. However, the family house is not to be divided and is going to be put in my name soon. I was a bit confused, but Joe and Dad discussed it and wanted me to have it if and only if Sam agreed. He did and is very happy about it. They didn't really offer many explanations other than it was the right thing to do. I sense a little because I'm the baby there, but it's okay. Joe bought a house in the same neighbourhood as our family home, so even if they are not in the same block or anything, they are close by. Matt and I are not buying anything anymore since I will be getting the house, and it would make no sense. We moved to the family home, and it has been interesting but nice. Dad has started semi-retirement and is spending more days at Rita's, so it works for everybody. Sam will of course get to stay there as long as he wants, but his murals would have to go LOL. We are still engaged, still happy, still enjoying babysitting and still not pregnant, but we got a cat during the spring. We are planning a December wedding and couldn't ask for a better end of the year. So that's it. No drama, or at least not huge drama. We are moving forward and healing continuously, which is the way we like it. In case you wonder why I decided to post now, one of us is a huge fan of Redditor updates, and we got reminded about the posts. Anyway, greetings from the cult, and we wish you all a good last few months of 2022. 2023 catch-up. Hello, Reddit. First, as it's tradition, we now have 2 cats. Sam moved in with his girlfriend, and we just love that he's happy again. Dad is semi-moved in with Rita. It has been bittersweet, but overall we remain positive and supportive of each other. Let's do the bad news first. It turns out that there was indeed cancer on our mother's side, just not hers. One of her stepchildren actually had it and passed away at the beginning of the year. She is milking it for all it's worth, and we are disgusted by her as usual. While we can empathise with the LW, we are not changing our stance on being no contact with her and her whole family. Daniela had her baby, a very cute boy that is not Sam's, not that we ever doubted that. She did try to make him recognise him and sign stuff, but he refused, and after the test, there was nothing she could do. She did lose her mind when she heard Sam was seriously dating, and even worse when he moved in with his girlfriend. She still believes he is the one for her, and is fixated on it. She tried to cyberbully the girlfriend, but this woman is made of something else. Oh, and yes, the father of her child is the married co-worker in his 50s, which is another show from what we've heard, but not ours. Sam moved in with his girlfriend. He's still in therapy. We all are, but doing much better. His girlfriend is a very well-liked and beloved member of the family. She understands everything that has happened and integrated perfectly. He is also doing great in other areas, and he did run his first marathon. Not the best timing, but hey, he did it. Joe and Anna, plus baby, are very happy. They are still on the list as interested in adopting since they would like to have at least another one. I also wanted to explain something again. In my country, the adoptions are not done by agencies. You get on a list after some tests and interviews to see if you are a good candidate, and when it happens that you match, you get the baby. That baby is yours, and that's it. I know I am still a bit vague, but please remember we are not from the US, and things are different in each country. Apart from that, the baby is just the best baby ever. Yes, I might be biased, but she also gets told no a lot because we all agree that she should not be spoiled or overly spoiled. She has a room at our house, and Rita has a playpen at Sam's because they are looking for a permanent house and they do home office. Dad is basically living with Rita. She is pretty happy about it, and they took a couple of trips recently. They love being grandparents and are very hands-on. They now claim 3 grandbabies since the cats sometimes go there too. It is hilarious because my dad was not so warm on the idea of cats at first, but now he even takes photos of all his babies, and he prints the best ones because that's what he's used to. He also shares progress updates with his friends, and sometimes they are confused if he's talking about the cats or the baby since he gets so excited about anything they do, and he buys them all too many toys in my opinion, but apparently that's what a grandpa does. LOL. We did get married in December. My dad walked me down even if we did non-traditional stuff for my country. Joe was Matt's best man, Sam was my best man. He insisted on being called Julio the whole planning process when it was about the wedding. Mum did try to come and tried to convince Anna's mum about it, but she would not tell her anything. Some of Mum's relatives said it was undignified, unsure if it's the right word, to have Rita there instead of my own mother. But I think it is disgusting to condone her actions, so to each their own. We had a blast, and it was not stressful at all. Nobody ran away, nobody cried of sadness, and nobody tried to make a scene. We are remodeling a part of the house to make it more ours, and not to be in my childhood bedroom anymore. But so far, everything is going very well for the cult. Sam got slightly fewer Julia Roberts gifts, but he wears his t-shirts with pride all year round. Final note. On a last bit, Sam's girlfriend has approached us with the idea of proposing to Sam when the time is right, so who knows? Maybe this time he actually makes it to the altar this time. And that's the end of this story. What do you guys think about the story so far? Let me know in the comment.